This is One News with Simon Dallow and Wendy Petrie live from Rangitoto College.
Yes, here on Auckland's North Shore, a nervous first day back at school as fellow students are monitored for the deadly swine flu after visiting Mexico. Covering up as fears of a global pandemic grows, we go live to the Nerve Centre as our officials gear up for a possible outbreak.
Kia ora, good evening. Fears are mounting around the world as the deadly swine flu spreads and the death toll rises. We have extensive coverage of this developing story, but first a quick update of the main points so far. The virus has now killed 103 people in Mexico, with hundreds more in hospital, along with 20 cases in the US. It's now spread to Canada, and there are reported cases as far afield as Europe and Israel. Here, 3 students from Auckland's Northcote College are awaiting tests after returning from Mexico, and 10 students from Rangitoto College who have tested positive for influenza A are awaiting to hear if it develops into the full-blown swine flu. Let's go now to Wendy, who is at the school. Evening, Wendy.
Thanks, Simon. Good evening. Yes, Rangitoto College has made international headlines after being caught up in this global health scare. And the outbreak is forcing a recently returned traveller to be virtually locked up in his home. All passengers flying into Auckland Airport from North America are now part of the Ministry of Health's upgraded screening process. Paul Hobbs is live at Auckland Airport. He joins us now. Paul.
Good evening, Wendy. Customs and health officials have been very busy dealing with 5 flights from North America this morning. They're preparing for the next one due to arrive in an hour and a half. They're meeting passengers with a paramedic team asking questions about those people's health. They're handing out information sheets and they're collecting contact details. Now, quite clearly, it's these passengers and those that have arrived in the past 72 hours that are the focus of this scare. Darren Wallace is a prisoner in his own home.
Yeah, we're not allowed to go anywhere. We are not allowed out our door, so we have no choice.
After 3 weeks visiting relatives in Los Angeles, Darren and his family have a bunch of souvenirs, but have unwittingly brought home the most unwelcome memento, the flu.
My wife Penelope and me have been sick with the flu for a couple of weeks. We didn't actually contract it from the flight, but we have been around the LA, San Diego area, and this has caused concern.
The first Darren heard of swine flu was on the news last night.
I know how my mum feels because she texted me seconds later, and she's a real worrywart.
He hasn't been diagnosed with anything yet, but this afternoon doctors arrived with the magic bullet, the Tamiflu vaccination.
Yeah, I personally believe it'll all blow over, and I'll, probably even now wondering why I've got a camera poking through my window, really.